What's up, guys? If this is your first time watching my content, then welcome. And if you're my returning viewer or my returning subscriber, then welcome back to the channel. As you guys all know, I hardly do reviews, or I've never done any review, or I've never done any sponsored video on this particular channel. Why? Because that was not the sole reason why I started my channel. I started my YouTube channel to be able to impact lives. I started my YouTube channel because I made a promise to God, and I told God, okay, God, if you make me to know this Forex trading, I'm going to intend to teach others. I'm going to intend to impact other people's lives. That was the main reason why I started my YouTube channel. That is why every day I don't receive less than 10 different emails from different companies wanting me to do a sponsored video or to do a partnership, but I've never done any of those videos because I don't want to soil my integrity just because of one shitty or some partnership or one sponsorship which I don't even use. With that being said, there is something which I've advised you guys to implement, or there is something which I've advised you guys to practice, which is trading with a prop firm. Alright, so talking about trading with a prop firm, I trade with more than 4 different prop firms because when I started back in 2015, that was how I started. I started with prop firms, made money from prop firms. After trying for about 2 to 3 years, I finally made some profits with a prop firm. By that time, it was a prop firm because there were not too many prop firms as it is today. Back in 2016, 2017, there were just few prop firms which you could even mention, right? And when we used to trade with money back then, we used to trade with raw cash. So if a prop firm can give you $200,000 to trade, it is raw cash. Meaning if you want to blow that $200,000 account, you can blow it and that's their money. Alright, so it used to be very, very raw back then. It's not today that any company can just wake up and just open a prop firm company, and some of these, most of them 80% are scammers. Alright, so on today's video, since I advise you guys to always take the path of prop firm, even if you have a $500 account, use that $500 to buy a $100,000 prop firm account if you have a strategy which is already working. If you can make profit from that $100,000 prop firm account, you then use the profit to buy other challenges. The moment where you make a reasonable amount of capital, the moment where you use that prop firm to be able to raise reasonable amount of capital, you can stop trading with the prop firms, and then you continue as a private trader. So today I'm a private trader, and I've also returned to prop firm trading to show you guys how it can be done. And talking about prop firm trading, on today's video I want to do a review of a particular prop firm which is just coming up, and I've seen a lot of potentials in this particular prop firm, and I want us to both do a review about this prop firm, and I'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this particular prop firm, and the review will guide you to be able to choose any other prop firm. So the review I'm going to be doing on this particular prop firm will guide you on any other prop firm you want to choose. So any other prop firm you want to choose, use this review as a guideline or as a blueprint. Alright, even though on the video description I already have the links of my recommended prop firms, so make sure you check those links to be able to use the same prop firms which I'm using on a daily basis. Passing challenges like this, making withdrawals like this. This is all due to the same strategies which I've shared on this channel, and the same prop firm trading tips which I'm going to be sharing on this particular channel. So let's just dive into the video and do this review to see what we have for today. All right. Okay, so as you can see on my screen, the name of this prop firm is called Funded Forex. I like the name. The name is called Funded Forex. And how do you know if a prop firm is a scam, or how do you make a decision to choose if a prop firm is good or bad? So we're just going to go through the website. Just going through the website. I like the design of their website. It's very, very simple. The website is very, very simple. It's very, very straightforward, and it looks professional. But anyone can just design a website and call it a prop firm website. So that's not even important. Let's go down to their challenges. You can just take time and just read everything they have on their page. But let's just go down to their challenges, and I'll be able to tell you what caught my attention, and if I have to choose them, the kind of challenges I'll go for. So if I can go down, you can see they have 2 models. They have what they call early challenge, and they have what they call instant funding. I'm going to explain both challenges to you. So the first one is just normal, like in the industry, they can give you a $25,000 account, a $50,000 account, a $100,000 account, and a $200,000 account, and they can scale you up to $400,000, meaning you can buy multiple accounts with the same prop firm. All right. And now let's talk about the target. You can see target. Let's take something like a $100,000 account, since we can easily measure the percentages. So the target, you can see they have what they call phase 1 and phase 2, just like 90% of all prop firms. Some of them have just phase 1, but I will never go for a prop firm that have just phase 1, because the one that has just phase 1, the daily drawdown will be very tight, and the maximum drawdown will be very tight. If you have a strategy which is already working, go with prop firms that have two levels of challenges, because those two phases will have bigger room for you to trade, will have bigger room for your trade to be able to breathe. You should be able to give your trade room to breathe. So for you to be able to have a room to breathe, you need to go for challenges that have two phases, because for two phases, the daily drawdown are going to be high and the maximum drawdown is also going to be very, very high. So that is the first tip. Never go for one phase challenges, because that will be the first step. Maybe you just know at the back of your mind that, okay, this is just one step. As soon as I pass this one step, I'm going to get funded immediately. No, that's a trap. That's a trap. Go for two phases, because normally most prop firms can give you what the first phase. You need to make 10% of your account, which is easy if you have a strategy which is working. The second phase is just 5%. So if you can make 10% on phase 1, what will be able to stop you on phase 2? On phase 2, you just keep the same mentality, the same trading style, and trust me, you make that 5%. I used to make that 5% in a day. You can see on screenshots like this. I used to pass 5% in a day. I even used to pass 10% in a day. You can see these are the screenshots. 5%, 10%. I used to get funded in a day. So it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. Don't get me wrong. Go for challenges that have two phases. That is the first tip. And remember, the reason why I said I'm doing this review, because I'm going to be sharing tips along the line. The same tips I'm going to be sharing are the tips that will help you to be able to choose any other prop firm account. All right. So two phase challenges, yes. So the first target is 10% like in other industry. Minimum or maximum trading days 5 days. Good. So 5 days minimum trading days. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. So even if you get funded, like for me, I used to get funded some days, and I'll be waiting for the prop firm to send my account. That's what they call minimum trading days. Meaning if you buy the account today and you pass phase 1 today, you need to wait for at least 5 days for them to move you to phase 2. Even when you pass phase 2, you need to wait for 5 days for them to get you funded. All right. So that's what they call minimum trading days. There are some prop firms that don't have any minimum trading days, but 5 days is not bad. 5 days is a good start. Okay. Maximum loss normally. Good. The good thing about this prop firm, their maximum loss is 11%. Instead of 10%, 1% can do a lot. 1% can just be that limit for you to lose your account or recover your account. So here they instead give you what? 11% recovery rate. So maximum drawdown is $11,000 out of $100,000 instead of what? Instead of just $10,000. That $1,000 mean a lot. Okay, maximum daily loss. Can you see this? This is something which also caught my attention. Most prop firms will put their maximum daily loss on 5%, 4%, 6%, 3%, but this prop firm gives you 8% maximum daily loss. This is incredible. This is awesome. If I have strategies like mine, sometimes in a day, I used to have a drawdown of 6% before I will recover and even make 15% in the same day. So for prop firms like this, they will allow me to be able to accommodate that particular strategy to have that withdraw down before I can have my winner for the day. So their target is very, very nice. Their target is very, very realistic, and the 8% daily drawdown is the banger. Is the most important thing which I've seen about this prop firm. Instead of just 5% or 4%, they give you 8% daily drawdown. Meaning your trades are gonna have room to breathe. Okay, I made a video and I told you guys that okay, anytime you want to sign up with a prop firm, the first thing you need to ask is your overall drawdown measured in terms of equity or account balance? Knowing if it is measured in terms of equity or account balance is going to help you to know which strategy to use. That's why you can see here they say overall drawdown is measured according to equity. If you didn't watch that video, click the link above to watch that particular video which I made explaining the difference between overall drawdown measured in terms of equity and overall drawdown measured in terms of balance. That is a game changer. If you don't understand that, you blow your forex trading challenges. So theirs is measured in terms of equity. I don't have a problem if it's measured in terms of equity, but I'm supposed to know, I'm supposed to be informed before I start trading that account. Available leverage, very reasonable. I don't trade with anything less than 1:30 or anything less than 1:50. I trade with only one prop firm which has a leverage of 1:30, which is the Funded Trading Plus. Their system is very nice. They have a very, very good parameters, and that's the reason why I choose them. But averagely, I don't trade with any prop firm that has a leverage of less than 1:100 because my strategies are are strategies that need leverage, they need money, they need margin. So I don't want a broker or a prop firm to come and limit my trading just because of my account margin. You understand? So I don't go for any prop firm which has a leverage of less than 1:100. So 1:100, perfect, good. Now profit share 80% is perfect, meaning if you make $10,000, you keep 80,000, you keep 8,000, and the prop firm will keep 2,000. Very fair. EAs, robotic people. Where are my robotic people? Where are my robotic people? So robotic people, this prop firm accepts. Remember the funded forex. We're talking about the funded forex. This prop firm accepts EAs. All right, they accept EAs. Meaning, if you want to use their Paytrex Pro. Think Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the one who usually dances like this, right? So Paytrex Pro, my people for Paytrex Pro. This prop firm will accept you guys with no problem. In short, 90% of prop firms, they accept Paytrex Pro because Paytrex Pro is designed with systems that will go with any prop firm. So by people who are using Paytrex Pro, you can use Paytrex Pro with this particular prop firm with no problem. And talking about Paytrex Pro, if you want to use Paytrex Pro, then check the links on the video description to purchase and use one of the most viral profitable forex robot out there. Period. I'm not arguing with anyone. Go and argue with your ancestors because you guys have seen me using it on a daily basis. Profits like this. All of this is with Paytrex Pro. All right, because I have a percentage of my portfolio invested into robotic trading. I'm talking about robotic trading. Paytrex Pro is one of the bangers. Good. Now let's talk about the fees. Talking about the fees, this is the only small thing I'll need to talk with the founder of Funded Forex, because I remember that this is actually a European country. If I don't forget, I was actually in Europe. I was supposed to, if it was in a country which I visited, I would have spoken to. I remember we went to Hungary. Hungary is this Forex, this prop firm, True Forex Fund, is a Hungarian company. So even when we went there, we had the opportunity, we wanted to meet with the CEO right in Hungary. So those are just the opportunities for you to be able to know some of these prop firms, know even the founder, know even the idea, their mission, their vision. So it's a Hungarian company, and when we got to Hungary, I actually wanted to see the CEO myself or to see their operations. But as we said, our journey was our world tour was very rapid. And we spent just a week. No, we spent almost about 8 days in Hungary and attending different seminars and doing other things. I couldn't meet with the CEO of True Forex Fund. But the Funded Forex, the only thing which I'll just need to talk to them is in terms of the price. The price is a little bit high because averagely for $100,000 account, normally averagely is $500. All prop firms averagely is $500. All right. If it's in terms of euros, yeah, True Forex Fund also is in terms of euros, which is, if you convert, it's almost the same price. But I want them to put the price at $500. It's reasonable. That is reasonable. I know they're putting the price on $700. Why? Because they're giving you a higher maximum drawdown. Remember, even when you get funded, they will still allow you to risk 11%. They will still allow you to lose 11%. They will still allow you to lose 11,000. You see, which if you lost that 11,000, you're already blowing their money. So they're giving you bigger maximum drawdown. That is why they increase the price a little bit. So this is fair. This is to an extent, it is fair, because I already know very well, you guys are going to see this. If they have to step this price to $500, you see here they will step down the maximum drawdown to 10%. That is it. If they have to step there, I'm telling you, I'm not the owner of the company, but if any prop firm has to do this, step the price to $500, their maximum drawdown will be 10% to ameliorate that particular loss. They wouldn't want you to buy a prop firm account of $500 and then you go and blow $11,000. No, maximum should be 11%. Maximum should be 10% if I'm the owner of that prop firm. Remember, this is a business model, and at the end of the day, they need to also be making money. So I understand how they work. Good. So now let's go to the next model on our list. Remember, we already spoke about the early, which one? Okay, the early challenge, and now we are talking about instant funding. Instant funding sounds very appealing, but there's a catch to that. You guys need to understand this, because with instant funding, the moment you paid your money, there is no waiting days, there is no challenge, there is no target, nothing. The moment you pay your money, you will get the funded account. But you can save it right from, let's just take something like $100,000 account, meaning $100,000 account, you're going to be paying $9,750 to get a funded account, to get instant funding. But now let's do some math. Follow me, let's do some math, right? if I take this $9,750, which is almost $10,000, with $10,000, I can buy almost about 10 of $200,000 funded accounts. All right, because a $200,000 funded account is about $1,000. All right, it's about $1,000 times 10 of it, that is almost $10,000. All right, that's $10,000. Meaning, if I take this $10,000, remember I said I'm going to be doing an honest review. Meaning, since I'm talking about the pro firm and they offer instant funding, I'm not just going to advise you to go for instant funding just because they're offering instant funding. No, I'm giving you my honest review. All right, so that you should have the ball in your court to be able to make the decision. You see, so if I have to take this $10,000, it's logical. I'll instead take this $10,000 and go up and buy, and I'll instead go to the early challenge and I buy 10 of $200,000 accounts. Does it make sense? Let's make math now to see how much we'll gain from those 10 of $200 funded accounts, even if we want to blow some of them. All right, so let's just calculate. Let's calculate again. We bought 10 of $200 funded challenges, phase 2 evaluations. All right, so we have now a total of 10 accounts. Right, so let's just assume to pass from phase 1 to phase 2, you've been trading all those 10. Remember, you invested $10,000. To go from phase 1 to phase 2, maybe you were able to lose 4 of those accounts. So now you are left with what? You are left with 3 accounts, and you are left with 6 accounts. You've already lost 4. With a winning strategy, with a winning system, yes, you can lose 4 and you win about 6. All right, I'm just saying from experience, because no matter, forget who you are watching on the internet, there is no Forex mentor, no Forex trader who will be able to win all those challenges. You blow some of the challenges, you lose some of the challenges, whether you like it or not. But how do you capitalize on the ones which are actually winners? That is the question. So now you have 6 challenges which you've actually won in phase 2. Now to move on from phase 2 to being funded, let's assume 50% of those accounts, you blow 50% of those 3 accounts. Now you have 3 funded accounts. And my target, anytime I get funded, if I get funded with 2 accounts, my main goal is just to hit 10% on 1 account. All right, my main goal is just to hit 10% on half of those accounts. So now we get funded with 3 accounts, and let's just say we're going to lose 1 account and we're left with 2 funded accounts. My main goal on those 2 funded accounts is just to hit 10% each. 10% times 2 is 20%. All right, 20% of $200,000 is what? Is $20,000. At the end of the day, after doing trading, sometimes is just mathematical. You need to be able to do the statistics. You need to be able to have data. Data is energy. Data is money sometimes. You need to be able to have the data and do the analysis. All right. So just doing this analysis, you see, at the end of the day, no matter what happened with this particular system of me using my $10,000 to buy 10 funded accounts, no matter what happened, even if I'm cursed from the village, or even if the trading is not for me or something, I will end up with at least $20,000 if I have a system which is working, if I have a strategy which is working. With that $10,000, what would I do? I already made a profit of $10,000. And remember, at that point in time, you have all your funded accounts, you have your funded account, you have the funded account back, and you can use that $10,000 again to buy even more funded. That's how you keep compounding. That's how you keep growing. But if I just take that $10,000 and I buy a funded account here, yes, I'll start trading the same day, but there's a high probability. You can see the maximum drawdown is even 6%. You see, the limits are very, very tight. The maximum drawdown here is 6%, and the maximum loss here is 10%, and the maximum daily drawdown is 6%. Meaning, per day, you can even lose all of this money per day. You can even lose all of this money in 2 days. Because the moment you lost that $10,000, that $10,000 is gone. It's not like you're going to be trying it on another funded account. But if there are funded accounts, even if one is gone, you will still be able to recover on another funded account. So I don't recommend. I have tried instant funding many times, and I don't have a good story I can tell when it comes to instant funding. So I don't recommend that. But I don't blame this particular program, because there are some people who prefer that. There are some people who just like to fail. There are some people who just like to lose. They just love blowing their money, right? So that's why they have this option, yes, for people like that who want to. But I don't want you to do that. I don't recommend instant funding. If you have a strategy which is already working, go for the early challenge, go for the evaluation models, choose a challenge that has 2 models, and trust me, no matter what happens, if you have to buy 4 challenges and you have a working strategy, no matter what, 2 of those challenges or 1 will be funded. That one which is funded, just target for 10%. and you already recover everything you've spent on that particular account plus even profit. That's the plan. I'm going to be scaling to almost about $2 million portfolio this year, and I'm going to share all the results with you guys with Forex prop firms, and that's the strategy I'm going to be following. So that's that about instant funding. So going down, another thing I wanted to mention, let's just go down and let me see the website. Let's see now about customer. Okay, another thing about them, customer service. Today is Saturday. Yes, today is Saturday. That's why you don't see that their customer service is off. If it was a working day, normally you just come here and you see help. You can click on help and they'll be able to help you immediately. Another thing I want to show you is my dashboard. You can see this is because I have an account with them, and this is my dashboard. You can see my leverage here is what is 1:100. This is where you can download the platform. This is where you can even do affiliate. You can even refer other people. They have the leaderboard where you can see top people who are ending on the list. You can see top people who are withdrawing, and not only seeing those top people, you can even narrow down to see all their trades. So that's another thing they offer. Then they also have live support where you can be able to get live support. Another thing which I'm going to be mentioning, let me just go down and show you this. Okay, another thing which I'm going to be mentioning, which I'll actually talk to the CEO or to the team about this, is for the payment method. All right, it's for the payment method. If I actually go here and let's just choose something like $100,000, right? We go to MT5 and say let's get funded and click on this. You will see the payment method right here. What do you see? Let's go down. You can see coupon. We don't have a coupon. Payment method, they only have cryptocurrency. This is a big disadvantage. I don't buy any of my profits with cryptocurrency, though I can withdraw my profits with cryptocurrency. So if Funded Forex, I know I'm going to table it up to them and they will be able to listen and they will adjust this immediately. Any profit can easily just put card payment. So I want the card payment option to be there as soon as possible. ASAP. I want the card payment to be there because I myself, I struggled to buy with crypto because I actually have an account with them, and I even actually struggled. All right, I struggled to even buy that account with cryptocurrency. So I want to just slot in my card, my credit card, my debit card, and purchase an account without any hurdles. So that's something I want the Funded Forex to also include here, which should be card payment. And I promise you guys, within a month, that option will be able, they'll be able to put that particular option. And with that being said, that is that about the Funded Forex prop firm. They are just coming up in the game. I've done a background check on them. They seem to be legitimate, and I'm doing this review so that you can also be able to do the analysis yourself to see if this is a prop firm you can go with or a prop firm you shouldn't be trading with. Remember, reputation means a lot. The reputation in the industry means a lot. So the fact that they are just starting means you have to actually do a lot of research to choose if you're going to go with them or not. That is why I'm stepping in to facilitate your research anytime you want to pick a prop firm to trade with. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've gotten some value from this video, make sure you smash the thumb up on the video. Let's get the video to at least 2,000 likes. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, smash the red subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel. If you want to use the same prop firms which I use, make sure you check the links below. You'll be able to use the same prop firms I use. You want to use the same broker I use, also check the links below. You want to use Paytrex Pro, you can see the prop firms, among other prop firms, they accept the robot, they accept Paytrex Pro without any problem. So if you want to use Paytrex Pro, also check the links on the video description. Click here to watch a video which I made about a strategy which will help you to pass your prop firm challenges. Click here to watch a video of me passing prop firm challenges in a day. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next videos. Peace.